Robot teachers. Can you all see this passage? Robot teachers. Now, before we move on to this passage, otherwise I'll forget. So now, you have seen this action plan. Have you all seen? Yes. So you have to begin with your name and then school, state, class focused for your action. Which class do you want to focus? Write it. And then classroom problem you want to focus on. Classroom problem or learning outcomes you want to focus on for your action research. All right. And number of students to be in. How many students are you planning to involve in your action research? See, you will do it for the whole class, but for action research purpose, focus on a small group of 10 or 15 students. You cannot analyze the performance of 40, 50 students, right? So when I say focus group, it will help you to analyze the activities. Okay. So number of students to be involved. That's your focus group. And then research questions, your main research questions. How many? How many research questions? 3 or 4. One main question, why are my 6th grade students not able to speak fluently in English? Main question, and then sub questions. What are the reasons? What activities will help them to improve their speaking? All right, 3, 4 questions. And then your action plan, serial number, month. Begin with the 2nd week of December, month, week. And if you want to put the date, you can mention the date also. I want to do this activity on this particular date. And then activities, classroom activities you're planning to do. Or you can describe the classroom process. What the teacher will do, what you will do, what your students will do. All that is your plan. I'm planning to do this, planning to do that. And then why are you planning to do this activity? What is the objective? How does it help? For example, if you're doing a warm-up activity, you should have a purpose. Why are you doing this? Maybe to build confidence, to remove their hesitation. That is a purpose. Or outcome, intended outcome. What do you want to achieve by the end of this activity? End of the activity, children will try to use a few known words in their own sentences. Alright, so activity could be a language game. Objective could be to help them use familiar words in own sentences. That will be the objective. And then, how do you want to collect feedback? Okay, activities everybody will do, but what is very important is, at the end of the activity, it's good to collect some feedback. Feedback from home, maybe from students. Maybe you can ask one of your colleagues to come and observe your class. You can collect feedback from your colleague. How was my class today? Do you think I gave opportunities for students to speak? Who will give feedback? Your colleagues will give feedback. All right. Or maybe you can have an observation sheet. Keep an observation sheet. I'm going to give it tomorrow, like with names of students. Names in one column. And then how did they perform? Indicators for their performance. Performance indicators. You can have an observation sheet. And based on that, you can write your comments. So at the end of each activity, please collect some feedback. Or maybe from parents. Are your children speaking in English now? Is there any improvement? What do you think? Only then we will know the impact of your action. You're doing lots of things, but if there is no impact, if it is not helping students, they'll do because you'll force them to do, right? Are they enjoying? Are they finding it useful? Is it helping them to improve their English? How do you know? You should have some assessment mechanism, some evaluation tool. Why evaluation tool? To know whether your activities are useful or not. You might think it is useful. What do the students feel? What do your colleagues feel, for example? So if you have some assessment tool, observation sheet, some mechanism to collect feedback, it is very useful. You're assessing the impact of your action research. If not for each and every activity, maybe end of the first week, second week, end of the second week, or end of the third week, just do some assessment activities or collect some feedback. Collect some feedback. And yes, so that is for December, 3 weeks, January, and then February, 4 weeks. So that is your action plan. Is that clear? Let's quickly move on to the passage now. There's a passage called Robot Teachers. Has anybody heard about robot teachers? Yes. Robot teachers? Yeah? Okay. Kerala. How many of you seen robots? Robots? You have seen. How does a robot work? Can anybody demonstrate? Can you just show how a robot looks like? how it all right, what does it do? Can anybody enact? Can you just do a demo? Just show us, sir, how what does a robot do? Yes, what does a robot do? Come. So you stand here and do something. Or maybe a robot teacher. You can act like a robot teacher. Wait. A robot, we have a robot, what is it called? Robot vacuum cleaner. There are robot vacuum cleaners. Robot, maybe, how do you think a robot teacher will act in the classroom? Can anybody demonstrate? So how does a robot look like? Anybody? Stand like a robot and maybe give some instructions. Who will do that? Robot. Act like a robot. Yes. Come, anybody. Act like a robot. Yes. You can move around. Yes.
I can't bend now, so I can't walk.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Robot.
Robot teacher.
No.
Robot teacher. It will speak now, sir.
Yeah, robot can speak. Yes.
Robot can speak.
Yes.
Write down birds, children. Write down birds.
Command. What is your name, teacher?
No, I don't know. You have to name. Next, sir.
Okay, good, well done. Good. One more. Robot teacher. Can you act like a robot teacher? Yes, give a demo. Yeah.
Like teacher or like movements?
Robot. You're a robot teacher in the classroom. Yes. Yes. Give some commands.
Hello teacher, hello students. I am Sonia, your robot teacher. Hi. Hi children.
Hi, teacher.
Good morning all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Come on students. Will you tell some adjective words? Tell me.
Robot teacher is a
Beautiful robot.
Okay. Another.
Famous.
Can robot teacher listen and write on the board? Yes. Yes. I don't know. No. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Good. Very good. I don't know. It can do something very mechanically. Whatever is fed into the machine. I don't think robot can listen, understand, and then say whether it is adjective or not.
She won't listen. Simply whatever
That's right.
she expresses.
Yes. Robot cannot listen, process it, and write it on the board. That kind of robot we haven't had so far. If you have this kind of robot, then we don't need teachers at all. All right. Yes.
have some doubts.
Can robots clarify students' doubts? We don't know. Is it that? Yeah. Maybe we have to wait and see. Yes. So there are some questions here. You have to read this passage. Before reading, all right. What do you think the advantage? How many of you would like to have robots in your classroom? Robots. How many of you would like to have robots? Why not? Nobody? No one? How many of you would like to have robots? No. Why not? You're scared? Huh? You're scared you lose your job. Yes.
When robot comes to our place, means baby
Anybody, just for the debate's sake, can you talk about the advantages of having robots? Why do you think robots are useful at times?
Government save some money.
Yeah, money, but they have to invest on the robot. No? Initially, there is a lot of investment on the robot. You have to prepare that robot. No? Yeah. See, I said robo vacuum cleaner. How much does it cost? Robot vacuum cleaner. 30,000 robot vacuum cleaner. You have one at home. You have. Your sister has. Okay, for 30,000. Okay, all right. Yes. So if it is a robot teacher, I think you have to invest a huge amount of money. One is money. All right. Okay, then any other advantages of having robot teachers?
It slow down the burden of the teacher.
Very good. Tell us, stand up. Very good. Good point. She says it will reduce the burden of teachers. How? Yes.
Teacher will not get tired as we get.
That's right. Yeah. Robot will never get tired. They'll never.
That is not correct.
Madam, tell us. Tell us.
Sir, how I'm saying
Huh.
it is it avoid the burden of the teachers means a robot can explain everything. A teacher go and give homework and they collect and they correct.
What it explains?
It
What
explains the lesson, sir.
Whatever is written, whatever the information, what it did, that much of it can express. But if you are as a student, if you ask anything, you won't express. You won't give the message for us.
Okay. So anyone talk about the merits of robots? Why robots? Merits of robots. Yes. Listen. 1 second. Let him talk about the merits. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Like for example, dangerous work in the classroom. Talking about teachers, robot teachers. All right. Machine teachers. Yes. Robots will never scold students. Robots will never insult students. Stress. Robots will never get stress.
Sir, for example, as a teacher, what I have knowledge, I can express to my students.
Yes.
But I came here, RI,
Yeah.
then I got more information.
Yes.
I got, regarding to the English, I can speak whatever.
Yes.
So I may give the some more explanation for the students. It may be directly, indirectly, the students will get benefit.
Okay.
I
All
say
right.
robo, I can't.
Okay.
More knowledge
will introduce whatever has learned here.
Huh.
There is a chance of forgetting, sir. Whatever we have learned here,
Yeah.
there's a chance of forgetting. But robots can't do that.
Okay, quickly now. Now 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Can you all read this passage on page number 28, Robot Teachers? Let's see if the passage talks about merits or demerits, advantages or disadvantages of having robots. All right. Yeah, quickly read page number 28, Robot Teachers. 27, new module 27, old module 28. 37? Oh, 37. All right, 37. Page number 37. The heading is Robot Teachers. And read and tell me whether robots have more advantages or disadvantages. So reading, when I say reading aloud or reading silently? Reading silently. All right. Robots. Machine learning is nothing but, robotics. See, robotic surgery and all that. And then robots could empathize with students. True or false? Robots could empathize. They can understand students' feelings, emotions. No. The day robots are able to empathize students, your days are gone. Teachers will be replaced. All right. Robots can be used to mark homework. Yes. To prepare lessons. Prepare lessons. Robots can prepare lessons. They cannot prepare by themselves. Somebody has to feed. All right. We have to input. Inputting has to be done by the human beings. All right. So you can ask lots of comprehension questions. All right. So according to the British education expert Anthony Seldon, when does he think robots will take over the classroom? 2027. So 3 more years. He says, yeah, classrooms will be occupied by robots. In many international schools, we have robots. Robots are very good at doing mechanical jobs, just reciting a rhyme. Robot can recite a rhyme very well. All right. And robot can give commands. Repeat after me. All right. Robots can say that. All right. Instructions, commands. So all mechanical job can be done very well by robots. Marking attendance, which is better, robots or human teacher? Robot. They can mark attendance. Multiple choice question, ticking and all that? Robots. Machines can do it accurately. Yeah. See, accuracy is what is good about machines. They can do it perfectly. All right. They can handle huge amount of data. If there's 70, 80 or 100 students, robots will never get tired. All right. And then, so these are some of the advantages. So now tell me, would you like to have a robot in your classroom as a teacher? No. Yes or no? Still no. No. You're not convinced. Before also no, now no. No. Why not? As an assistant, not as a master. Machines should never rule us. Alright, they should be obedient to us. So as an assistant, for office purpose, to feed the data, midday meal data, census data. Yes or no? Okay, right. So if you look back, so this is a reading passage, for example, we'll conclude this is a reading passage given for 6th, 7th standard students. Before you start teaching the passage, you should do some pre-reading activity. As sir said, your face sheet, picture description, alright, introducing the topic, all that is called pre-reading. So here, for example, what did I do as pre-reading activity? I asked you to act like a robot. Tell me what you know about robot, checking their previous knowledge. So that is first stage of reading, before reading. And then children will read. Alright, you can also introduce vocabulary. Introducing vocabulary, new words, is it pre-reading or while reading or post-reading? Pre-reading. Give them the meanings if necessary. Alright, pre-reading. While reading is reading. Maybe you will read aloud once, then ask them to read silently, and then maybe you will give a worksheet for them to say true, false, fill in the blanks. Right? All that is while reading. Asking questions, eliciting answers, pre, while or post-reading? While reading. Comprehension check is while reading. They read? No. They read and you check their comprehension. Alright? If they are doing it while reading, they have a worksheet, they fill in the blanks, they put a tick mark. If they are doing it while reading, that is while reading. Alright? Post-reading is generally asking higher level questions. Alright? For example, critical thinking questions to develop creativity. Now, if you were a robot, what would you do? Imagine that you have a robot in your classroom. What work would you like your robot to do? Pre-reading, while reading, or post-reading? Post-reading, extending the lesson, relating it to your context, your classroom. That is post-reading. And then asking them to write a summary of this passage. Pre, while, or post? Summary. Post-reading. Alright, post-reading. And narrate a story. Or post-reading. All that. Okay, so 3 stages. Pre, while, and post. For your examination, it's very important. We'll give you a passage. I'll give you a passage and you have to design pre, while, and post-reading activity. Pre is some vocabulary activity or some previous knowledge checking questions, checking their previous knowledge. While reading is some questions. Questions you'll have to prepare based on Bloom's taxonomy. Knowledge-based, comprehension-based, and higher level questions, application-based. While reading. Post-reading is you have to introduce writing, some writing or speaking activities. Perform a role play, narrate the story. Alright. Yes, so that's it. We'll close the session. Thank you.